my tea friends, it's Stacy with As a Tea Brews. Today I wanted to do another teas I drink in a day, and it's going to be kind of a new tea version. I have a whole bunch of new teas that I want to try. If you watched my David's tea haul, you might know that I have some new teas to try. Almost all of them have been requested as reviews, and I do like to try the teas before I actually review them these days, because I used to just do it and give you my first impression, but sometimes it takes a cup or two of the tea to really understand how I feel about it and to get all the tastes and flavors, and from the hot beginning to the cold, cooler end, it changes a lot of times. And so I like to try them at least once or twice before I do a review. So I did try one of them last night, the after dinner mint, and so far I do like that one. But I will probably have it again before I do a review. And then today I pulled out a couple of the other teas, but I'll still add some more. So the first one I wanted to try this morning was chocolate Earl Grey. And this is a David's tea. And I'm going to make this one black, but I may end up adding some milk to it. We will see. This tea does say that it has candied papaya, and I don't know about papaya. But when I've had teas that I added milk with candied pineapple, sometimes they curdle. So hopefully this one won't. This one has roses in it, and I'm typically not a huge fan of roses in tea, but we'll see. So I'm going to use this cute little teapot from the Tea Runners, and I'm going to get some water in my teapot, and I'll be right back. So I can't remember if I said it's November 30th. Tomorrow is the start of our Advent calendar, and I bought the matcha Advent calendar from David's Tea. I also have a 12 days of human and doggo treats from Bird and Blend that I'll be enjoying. This is my little matcha, or this is my Advent calendar, matcha Advent calendar setup. I have, just wanted to show you guys, I have my matcha calendar in the back. Got a cute little Christmas tree, and then I've put out actually 2 teapots. I also had this Tea Runners teapot out there, and then I've got 5 small tasting cups and a little matcha spoon. So I haven't quite decided if we're just going to make all of the day's matcha at once. We usually drink our matcha with soy milk as a latte, so I'm debating between doing that and just doing half of it at first, and then maybe half with water, or save half for another time. I'm not sure. We'll have to play around with it for the first couple days and see how it goes. I'm waiting for the water to steep, and I have it set at 200 degrees, which is what the package says. And I have this Cuisinart multi-temperature electric kettle that I like to use, and I've had this now for about 5 years, and it's awesome. I love this thing. I use filtered water, and then also, after I heat water in it, I dump out the water and I leave the lid open so that all the extra water can evaporate, so it doesn't get yucky inside. My water is ready. I am going to add some hot water, probably about 12 ounces. And then I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. It says 3 to 5 minutes on the package. And I don't know if I want this particular tea to taste super strong just because of the roses. I'm a little nervous about that. So I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, my tea is steeped. Here is what it looks like. It's kind of a yellowish color. Doesn't look super appealing. It doesn't look very dark either to be a black tea. Okay, I was able to get all of that tea into my new David's Tea mug. I definitely taste and smell the rose more than I would like in that. So I don't know that I'm going to like this one very much. I wonder if I were to just pick the rose buds out, how it would taste. I will have to try this one a few more times. Try it as a latte. Maybe add some sugar. I'm undecided. Alright, I'll be back later to show you guys what I have next. Okay, I've been sipping on this chocolate Earl Grey for a little bit. And it's still a little bit warm, but here's what I've noticed. The rose flavor, either I've gotten used to it a little bit, or when it's not piping hot, it's not as noticeable. through the smell or the taste, but it is still there. And then it tastes sweet, and that's probably from the papaya and the chocolate, but it's got like this creamy sweetness to it. And I'll say this tea is not as bad as I thought that it would be. I don't know that this is one that I would stock up on, but I will finish this cup and I'll probably try it again another way before I fully make my decision. I'm gonna finish my tea and get showered. I have some errands to run, and I'll be back to show you what tea I'll take along with me. So I'm about to head out and run a couple errands, and so I thought I'd try the vanilla orchid from David's Tea, and this is an oolong with vanilla flavoring. I'm going to steep it in this glass pitcher from Lupicia. So this holds 500 milliliters or about 17 ounces. I am going to use this to-go tumbler from David's Tea, which I think holds about, I don't know, 16 to 18 ounces. But they look about the same size, so I think that it's going to be okay. So I've heard that this is a really strongly flavored oolong the first time you brew it. And so I'm actually going to use kind of a scant perfect spoon. Maybe not quite half, maybe a little bit more than half of a perfect spoon. And I'm going to steep that for 2 to 3 minutes. This says 4 to 5 on the package, but like I said, I've heard that it's kind of strong the first time you brew it, and I don't want to not like it, so I'm just going to understeep it a little bit and then save the leaves in this pot to try it again later. So I've heated my water to 190 degrees. It says 195 on the package, but 190 is what I have on my tea kettle. I actually forgot that you could see right through the filter in here, because it looks kind of white before you use it. So that's neat. You can see the oolong leaves unfurling. Next, I'm going to have some Jasmine GInger Twist by David's Tea, and this one they've had out for a while and it is still available. It's an extremely strong ginger smell, and so I'm a little bit nervous that the taste is going to be just an overpowering ginger taste, but we will try it and see. I'm using my little Tea Runners teapot, clear teapot, and David's Tea Bloom teacup, and I'm steeping this at 175 degrees for 3 minutes. Here's a close-up of the tea. The ingredients are ginger, jasmine tea, candied ginger, apple, sweet blackberry leaf, matcha green tea, and cornflower petals. Okay, so I thought I'd turn the camera around and talk to you about this tea while I'm sipping it. I think that this is my favorite out of the 3 teas that I've tried so far, and all 3 teas I've had today were new teas to me, not necessarily new teas to David's Tea. This one is a green tea though, and it's getting a little late in the afternoon for caffeine for me, so hopefully it's not too strong in caffeine, but I am a little bit sensitive to that sometimes. But this one is, I think it's kind of sweet from the blackberry leaf and the candied ginger and the apple. It is not overwhelmingly ginger smelling or tasting once it's brewed. No, this is a really nice tea. I like this one a lot, actually. I saw this one a while ago. I'm getting a hint of the jasmine. Just a hint. It's not overpowering at all, because I know in some of the jasmine teas that I've had, they're very strongly perfumed. This is more in the background. It's very mellow and light, so I like that a lot. But yeah, I get the ginger, the jasmine, and just kind of a nice sweetness from this tea. I wonder if they could have done this without the green tea. I have tried some of their other teas that had ginger, and they weren't all my favorite. I'm trying to remember what the name of that ginger, their super ginger. I didn't love super ginger. I love ginger, but that one had an off taste to me. This one is sweeter, it's not peppery like that one was, and I feel like that jasmine adds like a nice kind of balance to the ginger and to the sweetness. So I like this tea a lot. This one's really good. Okay, as far as the vanilla orchid that I tried earlier, it took me 3 hours to finish that huge mug of it, because I was just busy running around and I couldn't take it in the stores, but I finally did finish it. The way that I steeped it was too mellow or light. It didn't have enough flavor. I couldn't taste the tea. It tasted kind of like a watered down vanilla tea to me is all I tasted. So I'm going to have to play around with re-steeping it, and also the amount of tea that I put into the steeper and how long I steep it. So I think for the re-steeping, I'm going to try steeping it longer, like maybe 5 minutes. And then next time I steep it from fresh, I'll probably use more leaves and maybe steep it a little longer. I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to let you guys know for sure about that one. But yeah, okay, so I'm going to wash up some fruits and veggies, and Ellie just got home from school, so I've got to check on her and see what kind of homework she has, and I'll be back in a bit with whatever teas we drink later. We have a lot going on here right now, and I don't know if I'm going to end up voicing over this or not. My son's practicing his saxophone. The timer just went off. Alexa, end timer. And we have Monday Night Football on. So we just finished dinner, and we are going to make some tea. And the girls and I all wanted to try this Tahitian vanilla. And this is the one that has like a really interesting combo of ingredients. It has like quinoa and almond and sesame seed and I don't know, brittle pieces, chicory root, apple, rooibos. Anyway, so the timer just went, so I am going to pull all of these strainers out, and we're going to give this tea a try. And this is most likely all that we'll have today. I may have another cup later. I probably won't get to bed for a couple hours, but if not, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.